that the tobacco industry isn't going anywhere. And while it seems counterintuitive to kill off your customer base, they seem to be doing just fine. So, I think a lot of other businesses are starting to pick up on that. Like, we just need them alive enough to keep buying our stuff.
Well, I mean, look, we are
America. Yeah.
We are a country that lives upon that you must spend in order for our society, our economy to survive. I mean, they're predicated on you buying something. You must, they want you, but you can't. People need a place to stay. Mm-hmm. I mean, what is it? I'm looking at homes for $2,700 for a mortgage. $2,700. I mean, my rent's $1,150. When I moved in there, it was $775.
Wow.
And that particular company that owns what they call Blackstone LP, they own majority of all apartments here in LA. And we use steal the key situation to go up. And there's a key broke off in one of them, and it's going to take months for someone to come and fix that. So I have to go and climb the steps. Luckily, there's only 3. I'm only on the second floor, but it's going to take forever to get that key out of there.
That's horrible.
Oh yeah. So it's just the way I see. What's going on, it's added to everything else that a reason why our depression rate is going up, our alcohol rate is going up, opioids, everything.
Suicide rate
is going up.
Mm-hmm.
They thought by did you know that they put nets under the bottom of the Golden Gate Bridge?
Oh, good.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, $200 million they spent to put nets under the bottom to catch someone who's trying to commit suicide.
They do that in China outside of Apple factories where they're making our phones.
Well, that just came about but they were working them so to death to the guys that said, "Fuck this, I'm jumping. I can't stay up." But in Cleveland, a guy, they put these gates up, and they put a gate up to keep people on. So they down at the bottom of the
on a bridge, you mean?
Yeah, they put it over the bridge. There's a house down at the bottom, and they went down at the bottom, and the guy had his dog, and he said to the owner of the said, "Hey, does it bother you that the people were jumping off you?" He said they put a gate up. He said, "It didn't bother me. It's just if they would jump quietly." I don't know.
Oh my God, that's like the worst.
He said, when they would jump and go, "Oh!" It spooked my dog and kept the dog up. So he said, "But you jump and you're quiet. It didn't bother me. Just a thump. We move on." He said, "But I am glad my tax dollars."
Wow, that's a horrible story.
Well, it's the importance of property values.
And his house is at the bottom. He said, "Oh," he said, "just keep it down.
Just keep it down." And then he's like, "And then I got to have a cleanup crew."
Yeah.
Oh, who
he
needs
was right
it?
at the bottom, right there on the edge. He said the water would run through. He said they would never hit the water. They would always hit the rocks. But you hear him holler.
Wow.
He said that, and his dog, roar, 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 roar. He said, "God damn it." And he'd go out there and, "Yeah, damn it again." And he's happy that they put it.
Are you okay?
Yeah. No, he's just if they would jump quietly.
Oh, the humanity.
Wow. We are so fucked.
Yeah.
It's like we need aliens to attack us so we can have a Gene Roddenberry, Star Trek utopian society.
I'm thinking, Gene Roddenberry is probably the way things are going to go because it's not going to be Independence Day. No. If Donald Trump were the president in Independence Day, he would have given the Bill Pullman speech, but not nearly as eloquent.
Mm-hmm.
Mostly referring to himself and the electoral map from the 2016 election. And
Obama should have dealt with these aliens.
He would go and give the aliens the Earth.
Well, all the narcissists would have been out taking pictures with him. Once before they were eating. Come on, so you're a real alien? Yeah, bro, let's do a selfie.
I'd just go to rallies and cover all of his followers in barbecue sauce. and be like, they're delicious. Look for the red hat. They're the most delicious. We grade people on deliciousness here. Red's the best. Look for the red hat. I guarantee it.
Yeah.
Well, I guess in one way that would qualify as the rapture, and the cool people would be left behind.
Well,
So
he was calling them.
I'm
He was
all down
calling
with
everybody animals, and then he had to clean it up and say it was. Oh, I was talking about MS-13. You wouldn't know an MS-13 gang member if they showed you one, fucker. You don't know what that is.
Dude, I hope when he goes to prison, he's just in the same cell block as like all those MS-13 guys, dude.
They would beat the snot out of him.
Oh, I hope they rape him first.
Yeah. Look at that. You know it's bad when a woman wants to hear you get raped.
I want to watch it, dude.
Right.
Like, I want to watch them run a train on him and Don Jr. And Jeff Sessions. When they find out that Jeff Sessions gave mandatory maximum sentences for drug offenses, he's not going to have a good time in prison, man.
No,
not so much. Well, that's one of the things that Sessions did, like almost immediately after he was appointed as the Attorney General, was Tymon, you're the legal expert here, where when you are suspected or when you're arrested, they take all your shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, they confiscate everything that you have when you're
because
arrested.
it could have been purchased with proceeds of your crimes.
Right.
Why haven't they confiscated Trump Tower yet? I mean, sure, there's no conviction of anyone in that family. There are, what is it, 13 indictments?
21 indictments, 5 guilty pleas.
There we go. So, yeah, I think anything
and he
that
called
is
Hillary
the
lock her
property.
up.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Dude, I want to turn Trump Tower into an abortion clinic and housing for the poor. I want Mar-a-Lago to be the new head for the new house for like the NAACP and the ACLU. Like, you guys can share this, right? We're gonna take all of his towers, every Trump property, give it to like the National Organization of Women, like disabled veterans. Let's
reparations, basically.
Let's give his shit away. We're taking Jeff Sessions shit. We're taking Manafort shit. We're taking Ivanka shit, Jared shit, 666 Fifth Avenue. We're gonna turn that into a fucking like just a 24-hour gay bar, and Mike Pence's house is going to be the gay orgy house.
I was going to say, I think the residents of Chelsea may have an issue with that. Like, we have to go all the way over. But you mentioned turning Trump Tower into an abortion clinic, and if you were to do that as of
free abortion
this week, not going to be getting a lot of business out of Ireland, because the Irish people voted this week to repeal the 8th Amendment and make abortion legal in Ireland. So,
yay, good for them.
Congratulations, Ireland.
Yeah.
All right. Way to go.
I am genuinely interested to see how, because, apparently the thing was, if you needed to get an abortion, you would go to England. So I'm interested to see how this affects tourism travel to England from Ireland.
Well, you don't have to worry about the people from Texas going there. They aren't going to go. And none of the Southerners are going to go. I often wonder when they keep saying that they, save the child, but yet they're not. Then why is we're having all these problems with foster care? Because those are kids that have been born, parents aren't around. You keep saying no abortion, but you're not doing anything. You're just basically, if those kids don't get the proper mentoring and everything, they go to jail.
Yeah.
Okay, so they fill up your prison. So my thing is, you're probably looking for. You hope that these kids' lives are fucked. So if you keep saying that you want them, why don't we send all the foster kids to your house?
Amen to that, man.
Let them all have them. You think it's, by keeping them around, and, well, no, you're killing God's children. Well, okay, God's children need to be fed.
Amen.
And where are you feeding?
And educated.
Housed, yeah.
And also, when they're in their mother, they should have access to prenatal care, and then a parental leave, so that the mom and the dad, if both are in the picture, or the two moms or the two dads, can bond with the child.
Right.
And also, they're trying to kill healthcare, which includes prenatal care. So which is it? You know,
I work with a guy, and we really never talk anymore because he's a black dude, and I couldn't believe it that he said, that medical shouldn't be free. I said, really? You don't believe in free medical? He said, no, how about free education? He said, no, should not be free. I said, with all the struggle that, especially with black folks and everybody, but I think it should be free for everyone. I said,
everybody.
They should have it. He said, no. He said, they should pay. Everybody should pay. I said, we're already paying thousands of dollars in taxes. Do you know we have the highest taxes in the country? And hell, you're trying to tell me that the immigrant is my problem? He's not my problem. My high-ass taxes are my problem.
Yeah.
No. He said, no. I said, oh, man, I had to stop talking to him. That was one time that I got so angry. I said, you know what? I said, you're a typical fucker. That's why you live with your mama. You ain't grew up. Hell yeah, you bastard. I did have a flashback. I wanted to go back to setting people on fire. I just wanted to burn. I burned Brothers in the Hood. I will burn. I felt like this. Man, you know what? If I
could put a little poop under his door handle of his car. Yeah, just a little poop. Just a little. Hey, thinking of you.
It's the little ways to show you care.
Yeah, I should. They should make him sit on the girl at my job who's throwing her shit at people like she's a gorilla. I don't know what she took, but it's a hell of a drug when you can just shit in your hand like a what do you call a silverback?
Oh yeah, or spider monkeys. They can do it from a distance.
Yeah.
Or there was that Canadian woman at Tim Hortons last week.
That took her. Yeah, she took. Who takes a shit in the store, dude?
I haven't heard of this.
It's
video,
on Facebook. It's on Van.
I'm going to watch this.
It's one of those things. Like, I didn't delve into the story, but she was apparently upset with something that the people behind the counter said or did or wouldn't let her do.
I'll fix you fuckers.
And she, it was like one of those sort of fast food places where there's half wall
plexiglass and all that
behind the area where you line up, and there are tables on the other side of it. Yes. And she's yelling at the guy behind the counter, and then she just sort of like backs up, leans her back against the wall, drops trowel,
oh my God,
drops her pants,
like takes a dump immediately, and then picks it up and whips it at the guy behind the counter, and then like grabs a bunch of napkins and wipes her hand off and throws those.
Oh, can we send her to Scott Pruitt's house? There's some EPA protection for you, you fuck.
I'm a little concerned just on the Scott Pruitt front. The first named storm of we're still like a couple months before hurricane season, but the first named tropical storm of the season hit, and I'm really worried that Pruitt and Trump are going to start telling people that the tropical storms attack us alphabetically, and this is why Pruitt must continue his war on nature. We're with Scott Pruitt running the EPA. I literally think we are so close to Caligula attacking the ocean because ships sank.
Yeah, that's some crazy shit, man.
They're actually looking for the Loch Ness right now. Did you know that?
I did.
It's
it's supposed to be a plesiosaurus that survived, right?
Yeah. I believe so.
Yeah, but myths,
They don't think.
I am in support of the search for the Loch Ness monster, because if they can find proof of anything in either direction, if it'll shut people up and maybe raise the profile of the benefits of actual science.
Yeah, but I think they'd probably just kill it. Yeah.
Well, they're trying right now. They're trying to block the guy who gave out free Trump tattoos. Did you see that?
What?
He gave out 78 free Trump tattoos.
Who's getting Trump tattoos? Never mind. I grew up in the
Is that
South.
What the people wanted?
Yeah, Bob Holmes, the artist that gained international attention for giving free Trump tattoos, speaks on how the president's doing so far, and how his clients are doing. Yeah.
Oh, it's so gross. Yeah. Well, at least we'll know who the fascists were.
Yeah, it's like you can't buy an Ed Hardy shirt for everybody. I think it goes back to Will's Burst of Durst. It's like, if you want to wear your poor decision making abilities on your sleeve or on your head or your face or wherever, cool. That's I like knowing right away, like, don't